Hello there everybody, welcome back to the channel and for a what if series on Elvis Presley. Hope you all enjoyed the first episode on season 2. Let's continue on the second episode, and we have another huge tour to talk about, and that would occur in between from 1985 to 1990 for a 4.5-year tour, not like the Moody Blues Tour, as I call the second world tour for Elvis, and that would be the Tomorrow Never Comes World Tour. After the success with the Moody Blues Tour, in 1981, Elvis decided to take a break, following his resurgence in the popularity. However, he was in the middle of recording 2 albums slated to release for 1982 and 84. In several interviews, Elvis mentioned a possibility of touring to promote the albums, where he expressed a lack of interest in touring at that time. He inducted that he wanted to return to the stage when he was ready. Until a moment in time when he was gearing up for his 50th birthday concert in January of 85. But at the same time, Elvis decided headed on the road to promote both albums and mentions they had recorded songs that would be on the 1987 album. On the day of Elvis's birthday concert was filmed in October of 84. He held a press conference to discuss his future plans after turning 50. He mentioned that another album is in the works, but he anticipated it would come out he thought was going to be 85, late of 85 or early 86. He then made a major announcement. He would be going back on the road and planned to tour across the world throughout the 80s. So they also decided to invite various artists to several as opening acts for his shows, which promised to be an incredible experience. It will be a thrilling time, and we could only imagine what would have been for that tour. Now let's move on to our guests for the opening acts for Elvis for the Tomorrow Never Comes tour. In the first leg of the tour that will be in the US for November and December of 85 will be Bruce Springsteen, as he just ended his Born in the USA tour. He was surprised that he got the offer while he was on the road. Then on the second leg of the tour, that will be in Europe from March to May of 86, and that would be Michael Jackson. As a true entertainer, besides he was in the Jackson 5 and the Jacksons, and the set list he wanted from Thriller that was supposed to happen, then turned into the Victory Tour. Then, well, we already know the stories about the Thriller Tour that was supposed to happen in 83 or 84. Then Michael decided to do the Victory Tour with his brothers. There you go. Then the third leg of the tour would be showcasing in Australia would be none other than John Farnham, who opened for Elvis during the Moody Blues Tour in 1980 and 81. Fonzie had become a bigger star following his success of Whispering Jack, and he is preparing for his upcoming own stadium tour later in 87. That will be the Jack's Back Tour. During the 4th and 6th leg of the tour, Elvis did not have opening acts. However, in the 1989 and the 1990 legs in the US, 2 artists were brought up on board to do the final leg of the tour, featured none other than 2 artists that would be Paul McCartney and Lionel Richie. Paul was scheduled to open for Elvis on selected dates in August of 89, as he needed more time to prepare for his own tour later that year. For the 1990 leg, Lionel Richie would serve as the final artist to open for Elvis from February to April of 1990. Okay, back to the story here. For the tour, it would be a big spectacle experience to have a history of his career and rearrange his old material for over 25 plus years. To experience something new. To preparing for the tour had begun in early April of 85. Countries that Elvis he wanted to perform after his success from his last tour. They started rehearsing for the tour in mid-July, performing at least 100 songs. However, in final rehearsals took place in early October, just 2 weeks before opening night in Las Vegas in 85. Then hitting the opening night of October 22nd, 1985, fans were surprised for his 3 sold-out performances as its first stop. What would the difference from his Moody Blues Tour? Well, it's the stage direction, including Elvis's performing his own hits alongside his new songs from the 3 albums that was released in 1980, 82, and 84. This tour offered something special for both longtime fans and newcomers, those who are never seen Elvis live during the 50s, 60s, 70s, or even 80s. The tour kicked off in the US from October 1985 to January of 86, concluding the first leg with just 13 shows in Europe. From February to March, Elvis remained in Europe before launching the next leg, also in Europe, from March to May of 86. However, by the end of 85 and 86, Elvis paused the tour until August of 87, when he performed in New Zealand and Australia. During the break from May 86 to August of 87, he focused on recording his upcoming 1987 album, while in Australia, he introduced and performing these new songs. The tour continued with dates in Asia from January to February of 1988, followed by South America in March of the same year. Elvis then returned to the US, Europe, and Australia for selected dates due to popular demand from June to September of 1988. In 1989, Elvis performed a full leg in Canada throughout February. Then the final leg of the tour spanned from 1989 to 1990, featuring a complete US leg divided into 2 parts. Part 1 from August to October of 89, and Part 2 from February to April 1990. Now let's move on to the tour dates of the Tomorrow Never Comes tour. On the first leg in the US of 85 and 86, so we kick off in Las Vegas from October 22nd, 23rd, and 25th, San Diego, October 27th, Los Angeles, October 29th, 30th, and 31st, Seattle, November 3rd, Phoenix, November 6th, 7th, 8th, and 10th, St. Louis, November 12th, Kansas City, November 15th, Omaha, November 16th, New York, November 20th, 21st, 23rd, 26th, 27th, 29th, December 1st, and December 2nd. Wow, that's a huge shows. Portland, December 5th, 6th, and 10th. Vancouver, January 10th. Ottawa, January 12th. Edmonton, January 14th. Montreal, January 15th, 16th, and 18th. Toronto, January 20th and 21st. Atlanta, January 24th and 25th. Houston, January 27th. Detroit, January 28th. Chicago, January 30th, and Miami, January 31st. Then we move on to Europe, connected to the US leg of 86. So we start off in London, February 7th, 8th, 10th, 11th, and 12th. Then Manchester, February 15th and 17th. Paris, February 20th. Zurich, February 22nd, 23rd, and 25th. And Prague, February 27th and 28th. Then Elvis takes a break in between from February 28th to March 19th. So he's chilling in Europe around that time. So, in the European dates for the second leg, we kick off in Amsterdam, March 19th, Copenhagen, March 20th, Stockholm, March 22nd, Prague, March 25th and 26th, Zurich, April 2nd, 3rd, and 5th, Paris, April 7th and 9th, Munich, April 10th, London, April 15th, 14th, 16th, 18th, and 20th, Hamburg, April 21st, Dublin, April 22nd, Manchester, April 25th, 26th, and 28th, Budapest, May 1st, Gothenburg, May 2nd and 3rd, Oslo, May 6th and 7th, and finally Berlin, May 9th and 10th. Then we move on to the following year, that will be in 1987. So the third leg of the tour, and that will be kicking off the new album that will be launching around that time. So I believe the new album will come out in September of 87 or October of 87. I don't know. That's what my premonition would be if Elvis was releasing the album at the time. So Elvis will be introducing the new album in Australia and New Zealand on the third leg. So we kick off in Auckland from August 23rd, 24th, and 26th. Then Christchurch, August 30th and 31st. Then Perth, September 4th and 5th. Adelaide, September 7th. Sydney, September 8th, 9th, and 10th. Brisbane, September 12th. And finally Melbourne, September 15th, 16th, 18th, and 20th. Now let's move on to the following year in 1988 of the fourth leg of the tour in Asia and South America. So we kick off in Osaka, January 14th and 15th. Tokyo, January 17th, 18th, and 20th. Hong Kong, January 23rd and 24th. Manila, January 27th, 28th, and 30th. Bangkok, February 3rd and 5th. Singapore, February 7th. Sao Paulo, March 15th, 16th, 17th, and 21st. Then Rio, March 24th, 25th, and 26th. Santiago, March 27th. And Buenos Aires, March 28th and March 30th. Then we move on to the fifth leg. That'll be the popular demand select dates in the US, Europe, and in Australia. So we kick off in San Antonio on June 18th, then Dallas, Texas, June 19th, Denver, June 20th, Mississippi, June 21st, Rapid City, June 22nd, Buffalo, June 25th, 26th, and 27th, Philadelphia, June 30th, Boston, July 1st, Washington, July 4th, Brussels, August 10th, Birmingham, August 11th, Rotterdam, August 12th, Birmingham, August 15th, Newcastle, August 20th, Glasgow, August 21st, Dublin, August 22nd and 23rd, Manchester, August 24th and 25th, and finally London on August 27th, 28th, 30th, 31st, and September 1st. Then Paris, September 2nd, and Hamburg, September 3rd. Then to Melbourne, September 8th, 9th, and 10th, Sydney, September 12th, 15th, 17th, and 20th, Newcastle, September 21st, Brisbane, September 23rd, 24th, and 25th, and Adelaide, September 28th, 29th, and 30th. Now to the sixth leg of the tour, that'll be in Canada in 1989. So we kick off at Ottawa in February 9th, then Toronto, February 10th, 11th, 12th, and 16th, then Vancouver, February 17th and 18th, Edmonton, February 20th, Calgary, February 21st, Quebec City, February 22nd, Montreal, February 24th, 25th, and 27th, and finally Winnipeg, February 28th. Now to the final leg of the tour, part 1. So we kick off back in Vegas on August 7th, 8th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and 13th. Then Los Angeles, August 17th, 18th, and 20th. Then Oakland, August 21st. Then San Diego, August 23rd. Then Sacramento, August 25th. Then San Francisco, August 27th. Anaheim, August 28th. New York, August 30th, 31st, September 2nd, 3rd, 6th, and 8th. Uniondale, September 10th. Brooklyn, September 12th, 13th, and 15th. Buffalo, September 17th, 18th, 20th, and 21st. Albany, September 22nd. Orlando, September 24th. Tampa, September 27th. Miami, September 30th. Jacksonville, October 6th and 7th. Hershey, October 10th, 11th, 13th, 14th, 15th, and 17th. Then Philadelphia, October 20th. Pittsburgh, October 22nd. And finally Houston, October 25th and 26th. Then we move on to part 2 of the 1990 leg. That will be in San Antonio, February 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Dallas, Texas, February 7th and 8th. Austin, February 10th. East Rutherford, February 15th and 16th. Columbus, February 17th. Cleveland, February 19th and 20th. Charlotte, February 22nd. Atlanta, February 25th and 26th. St. Louis, March 1st and 2nd. Kansas City, March 5th. Washington, March 7th and 8th. Nashville, March 10th. New Orleans, March 12th. Mississippi, March 15th. Portland, March 17th, 18th, and 20th. Indianapolis, March 21st, 22nd, 25th, and 26th. Tulsa, April 3rd. Knoxford, April 6th, 8th, and 9th. And finally, Memphis, Tennessee, April 10th, 12th, 13th, 14th, and 15th. Now, to the set list of the tour. Oh man, this is going to be a long one to talk. So we start off in part 1 of the 1985 leg. Well, it's still the first leg, but I'm splitting it into 3 parts, I think? Yeah. Anyway, here is the 1985 set list. So we kick off with CC Rider, sometimes a medley to My Baby Left Me, That's Alright, or Lustrous Man. Then we move on to Burning Love, Can't Stop Loving You, You've Lost a Loving Feeling, You Gave Me a Mountain, Hound Dog, Teddy Bear, Don't Be Cruel, Are You Lonesome Tonight, All Shook Up, Love Me Tender, Like a Baby, and Thrill of Your Love medley. Then From a Jack to a King, For a City, Reconsider Baby, Trouble, It's Easy for You, You're Only Human, Kentucky Rain, Snowbird, Solitaire, Don't Cry Daddy, Why Me Lord, Polk Salad Annie, Bridge Over Troubled Water, The Wonder of You, Suspicious Minds, Release Me, Funny How Time Slips Away, A Big Hunk of Love, My Way, An American Trilogy, and Can't Help Falling in Love. Then we move on to part 2 of the first leg of the tour, and this is the beginning of January of 86, with CC Rider, then sometimes with That's Alright or just That's Alright. Then we do Can't Stop Loving You, Until It's Time for You to Go, You've Lost That Loving Feeling, Return to Sender, Rock and Roll medley, then Love Me Tender, Like a Baby, and Thrill of Your Love medley. And then Reconsider Baby, All Shook Up, Don't Be Cruel, Trouble, I'll Be Your Home Again. Then Are You Lonesome Tonight, Kentucky Rain, You're Only Human, Down in the Alley, I'm So Lonesome, I Could Cry, How Great Thou Art, Sweet Sweet Spirit, Only Believe, Snowbird, Such an Easy Question, Don't Cry Daddy, Bridge Over Troubled Water, The Wonder of You, Suspicious Minds, A Big Hunk of Love, Hurt, My Way, An American Trilogy, and Can't Help. Then the first leg connected to the US set list. For Europe, we kick off with Luxurious Man, Fever, I Can't Stop Loving You, You Don't Have to Say You Love Me, Until It's Time for You to Go, You've Lost That Loving Feeling, Heartbreak Hotel, Rock and Roll Medley, One Night, Like a Baby, and Thrill of Your Love Medley. Then What I Say, Are You Lonesome Tonight, Bitter They Are, Harder They Fall, The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face, I'm So Lonesome I Could Cry, How Great Thou Art, Sweet Sweet Spirit, Only Believe, Snowbird, In the Ghetto, The Wonder of You, Suspicious Minds, Big Hunk, Funny How Time Slips Away, What Now My Love, My Way, An American Trilogy, and Can't Help Falling in Love. Then the second leg, and that will be in Europe of 86, we kick off with Luxurious Man, Fever, Can't Stop Loving You, You Don't Have to Say You Love Me, You've Lost That Loving Feeling, Love Me, Just Pretend, Like a Baby, Thrill of Your Love Medley, Snowbird, Blue Sway, Don't Be Cruel, Bitter They Are, Harder They Fall, I Don't Want Really to Know, Are You Lonesome, I'll Never Fall in Love Again, Fire, Tomorrow Is a Long Time, Tomorrow Never Comes, It's Over, How Great Thou Art, Make the World Go Away, In the Ghetto, Never Again, The Wonder of You, Suspicious Minds, Big Hunk of Love, Lord of Miss Claudia, Funny How Time Slips Away, An American Trilogy, and Can't Help Falling in Love. Then we move on to the 1987 set list that'll be in Australia. So we kick off with That's Alright, I Got a Woman, Welcome to My World, Never Been to Spain, Steamroller Blues, You've Lost That Loving Feeling, Johnny Be Good, I Can't Stop Loving You, Don't Be Cruel, Heartbreak Hotel, Jailhouse Rock, Are You Lonesome, It's Now or Never, Like a Baby, Thrill of Your Love Medley, Then Tomorrow Never Comes, All You Need Is Love, Pledging of My Love, I Take a Lot of Pride in What I Am, Love Coming Down, Fade Love, Moody Blue, Snowbird, How Great Thou Art, In the Ghetto, I Wash My Hands, My Heart Cries for You, The Wonder of You, Suspicious Minds, Way Down, Lord of Miss Claudia, Funny How Time Slips Away, An American Trilogy, and At This Moment. Then we move on to the fourth leg, that'll be in Asia. We kick off in Luxurious Man, or sometimes with That's Alright. Then we move on with Something, You Gave Me a Mountain, Johnny Be Good, Jailhouse Rock, Love Me, Teddy Bear Don't Be Cruel, or Just Don't Be Cruel, Heartbreak Hotel, Blue Suede Shoes, Return to Sender, Stuck on You, It's Now or Never, Hound Dog, From a Jack to a King, For the City, Blue Eyes, Crying in the Rain, It's Your Baby, You Rock It, Solitaire, I Who Have Nothing, My Heart Cries for You, I Wash My Hands, Why Me Lord, How Great Thou Art, Poke Salad Annie, Suspicious Minds, Release Me, Funny How Time Slips Away, and American Trilogy. Then we move on to the South American set list for the fourth leg. We kick off with CC Rider, I Got a Woman, Never Been to Spain, Steamroller Blues, Teddy Bear Don't Be Cruel, or Just Don't Be Cruel, Love Me, Heartbreak Hotel, Blue Suede Shoes, All Shook Up, Trouble, Rickets to the Baby, Return to Sender, Love Me Tender, Help Me Make It Through the Night, I'll Be Home Again, You're Only Human, Just Pretend, Solitaire, Kentucky Rain, For the City, What I Say, Poke Salad Annie, Don't Cry Daddy, Suspicious Minds, Bridge Over Troubled Water, Funny How Time Slips Away, Way Down, Hurt, An American Trilogy, and finally At This Moment. Then to the selected dates of the tour, sometimes this set will change a bit. So this is the fifth leg. This is the popular demand set list. So we start off with CC Rider, I Got a Woman, Burning Love, Never Been to Spain, Steamroller Blues, Love Me, Don't Be Cruel, Heartbreak Hotel, Blue Suede Shoes, Surrender, One Night, Return to Sender, Until It's Time for You to Go, You Gave Me Mountain, Just Pretend, Rock and Roll Medley, She Thinks I Still Care, What I Say, For the Heart, I Will Be Home Again, The First Time Ever I Saw Your Face, I'm So Lonesome, Sweet Sweet Spirit, Suspicious Minds, Release Me, Hurt, Way Down, My Way, What Now My Love, An American Trilogy, and At This Moment. Then to the Canadian leg, that'll be the sixth leg of the tour in 1989. So we kick off with Luxurious Man, I Got a Woman, Burning Love, Never Been to Spain, Steamroller Blues, Fever, Love Me, Blue Suede Shoes, You Gave Me Mountain, You Don't Have to Say Love Me, Just Pretend, Trouble, Rickets to the Baby, One Night, All Shook Up, Heartbreak Hotel, Hound Dog, What I Say, a shorter version. Then Love Me Tender, Better Than They Are, Harder They Fall. I'll Never Fall in Love Again, Tomorrow Is a Long Time. Fire, It's Over, Make the World Go Away, Suspicious Minds, A Big Hunk of Love, A Way Down, Release Me, What Now My Love, An American Trilogy, At This Moment, and Can't Help Falling in Love. Now we move on to the final leg, part 1 of 1989 Elvis Tour. So we kick off with Luxurious Man, I Got a Woman, Burning Love, Welcome to My World, Never Been to Spain, Steamroller Blues, You've Lost That Loving Feeling, Can't Stop Loving You, Just Pretend, Trouble, Love Me, You Gave Me Mountain, Blue Suede Shoes, Hound Dog, All Shook Up, Reconsider Baby, Love Me Tender, There Goes My Everything, Are You Lonesome, Like a Baby, and Thrill of Your Love medley, Moody Blue, Fade Love, I'll Never Fall in Love Again, Tomorrow Is a Long Time, Tomorrow Never Comes, Fire, It's Over, In the Ghetto, The Wonder of You, Make the World Go Away, Suspicious Minds, Release Me, Way Down, Lord of Miss Claude, My Way, An American Trilogy, and At This Moment. Then the final leg of the tour, we kick off part 2 in 1990 with Luxurious Man, I Got a Woman, Burning Love, Welcome to My World, Never Been to Spain, Steamroller Blues, Johnny Be Good, You Gave Me a Mountain, Jailhouse Rock, All Shook Up, Trouble, Moody Blue, I Who Have Nothing, Reconsider Baby, You Have to Go, It's Now or Never, 20 Days and 20 Nights, Danny Boy, Hound Dog, Love Me Tender, Fade Love, It's Just a Matter of Time, My Heart Cries for You, I Wash My Hands, If I Loved You, Why Me Lord, How Great Thou Art, Suspicious Minds, Release Me, Way Down, My Way, A Big Hunk of Love, An American Trilogy, Can't Help Falling in Love, and At This Moment. By the end of the tour, fans realized they would never see a tour like this ever again, as they stepped into the 1990s. Well, that is it for the What If episode on Elvis Presley. Anyway, please comment, like, and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Check out more content on my YouTube channel if you haven't done it yet. Make sure to hit the notification bell and take care. Stay safe. Until next time, see you later.